If you have one of those neighbors who's going to be setting off a mess load of fireworks this weekend, take a good look at his thumbs because he may not have them on Monday. But what are the odds that your neighbor would actually get a ticket if you call the cops? Our Evan Krugel went to find out.
And what is your first and last name?
Danny Sandoval spends most of his day asking questions.
Is he awake? Is he changing color? And what is your first and last name?
But this week, in addition to important calls like this one, Danny's line has been ringing off the hook with complaints.
So we're going to be very busy this week.
Kyle Michelson helps run the Jeffcom 911 Center, which took more than 1,000 firework calls last 4th of July weekend.
And tell me exactly what happened.
Kyle says most of those people were missing a key thing.
We do get many calls where we don't have a concrete point of origin where the fireworks are going off from. And in those cases, we do the best we can and we're still going to send resources, but it really inhibits our ability and our partner agencies' ability to address a citizen concern if we don't have that concrete location.
Perhaps that's one reason firework complaints rarely end in more than just an angry neighbor. In Jeffco and Denver last year, less than 1% of complaints ended in a citation. Be careful in Douglas County, though, where 4% ended with a ticket. In Wheat Ridge, cops tried to use drones last year to find illegal fireworks. 0 of those deployments ended with a citation. So this year, they're switching things up.
Last year, we used our drones a little more proactively when it came to fireworks enforcement. I think we're going to change up our tactics this year and really only use them in specific circumstances.
Alex Rose says people should still call in complaints, but only calls involving threats to life or property should be made to 911. Firework complaints should instead be made over the phone or online to the dedicated fireworks hotline.
So the hotline really takes the load off of our call takers that we're staffing here in the center.
Kyle, to give you an example of how hard it is for law enforcement agencies to actually enforce this, let's head back to 2020. We all remember this, right? Absolutely crazy scene in Denver. Despite all of this, only 47 tickets were issued all weekend long, resulting in a whopping 2% success rate on the thousands of 911 complaints that came in.
That pandemic July 4th was something special. I mean, that was like Sarajevo 1993, and I felt like it lasted for hours.
Yeah, you didn't need to go anywhere to watch the show. You just had to head into your backyard, basically wherever you were in the metro. Despite all of that, few tickets given. Moral of the story here, you can call in and rat out your neighbor.
Yep.
Don't expect them to get that ticket.
And well, it's good to know. Yeah, there are 2 years that I remember. I remember the 2020 year where everybody and their mother was putting stuff up in the air. And I remember the year that Dougco went ahead with their shows despite the drought. And they set
fire year.
They set the county on fire. Yeah, man, good stuff there. Evan Krugel, thank you.